Overnight, the mood in financial markets has been fairly buoyant. We're seeing share markets rallying, commodity prices are up, and the New Zealand dollar's been reasonably strong as well. Right now, we're seeing Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke is giving a testimony on Capitol Hill, and there's a little bit of interest in that given the nature of the financial crisis we've been through. Any conversations about regulations are keenly watched by financial markets. But the thing which has contributed to the buoyancy in the share markets in particular were US producer prices that were out last night. What's happening is inflation pressures are looking pretty well contained in the States right now. That's making the equity market confident that interest rates will stay low for quite some time, and that's good news for shares, and we're seeing shares having a pretty decent rally. US shares are actually at their highest level in well over a year, and that's giving some concerns that they've rallied too hard, but right now we're seeing a pretty good rally, and that could well continue tonight with more inflation figures out in the States. Locally, the focus yesterday was on consumer confidence figures. These are closely watched because they give us a lead as to how consumer spending should pan out in the months ahead. And consumer confidence has recovered an awful long way from the depths of the recession over the last few years. Nonetheless, the latest reading from Westpac McDermott Miller did show that consumer confidence pulled back slightly in the first quarter of this year, and that's to be expected given some of the things which are happening to households. We've seen interest rates steadily grind up, petrol prices are getting back up there again, and all those things dent consumer confidence slightly. Nonetheless, confidence, despite the pullback in the latest survey, still remains above the long-run average, so it's still pointing to a steady economic recovery here, and reasonable, but hopefully reasonably subdued consumption in the year ahead. Okay, for the rest of the week, we've got more data coming out. There's actually another consumer confidence report coming out in New Zealand today. Offshore, we've got more inflation figures out in the States, and on Friday we've got tourism and migration figures for New Zealand. So there'll be a little bit to keep financial markets interested, and at the moment the mood seems pretty reasonable. Would expect the New Zealand dollar to be staying reasonably strong for the rest of the week.